Hi, Michael Buffer here, and let's get ready for Stat Sports.
To be inducted into the Hall of Fame, to sport this orange blazer, which looks pretty good on you.
Thank you.
You kind of touched on it in the press conference, but what has this whole experience been like for you?
It's something I never thought I'd have a chance to experience my entire life, right? Because growing up the way I did in the sport, you just never really imagined something like this could happen. And I'm so grateful. I'm so humbled by the whole experience. And with the class that I'm going in with, it's an amazing journey that I think I'm supposed to retire or die now. I'm not sure which. I hope that's not one of the requirements of getting the jacket, but it's been great. It will be great tomorrow. I'm really nervous. And it'll be a memory of a lifetime.
When you got that phone call, just what was going through your mind?
I think there was just dead silence on my end because I've known John DeLeva, the head of the Hall, for 25 years.
You think it was a prank or something?
I recognized his voice, so I actually knew it was John DeLeva. But when he said, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Basketball Hall of Fame, it was like I don't think I had words. I think I just sat there for a minute and just tried to process what he just told me. But I won't ever forget that telephone call, that's for sure.
To be the president and COO of the Golden State Warriors is a pretty nice title to have right now. You've won 3 of the last 4 NBA titles. Just what has that whole run these last 4 years been like, especially as president from your shoes?
Yeah, it didn't start that way. I got there in 2011, and we were not that team. I would if you or anybody you know is thinking about buying an NBA team, I would always buy one that already has Steph Curry on the roster because your chances of
success... I'm learning things. I'm in college, so you're teaching me life advice.
Your chances of success are greatly enhanced. But he wasn't Steph Curry at that time either. And so we had a lot of organizational work to do. We had a culture of losing in the locker room. We had a culture of losing in the office. Everybody was okay with it. And we had to really turn that on its head. And Mark Jackson really gets the credit for changing the locker room culture to expecting to win every night instead of expecting not to win every night. And I think organizationally we've tried to do the same thing, to have people in the office who come to work every day expecting to win. And it sounds easy, it's kind of hard to do. And obviously the success of the team, it now feeds into itself. And it's something that I think will get defined by how long we're able to sustain it, because I think that's where true greatness is measured, if you can sustain that over a long period of time. So I like our chances, but we got to go out and prove it again every year.
I know you're probably a little biased on this question, but Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, people already want to say, one of the best backcourt duos of all time. Just for you, where do you think they rank? I know they're still playing, but all time, Steph and Klay, where do they rank?
They're the best. I really believe they'll be remembered as the best. Klay Thompson's 37-point quarter a couple of seasons ago is the most amazing thing I have ever seen on a basketball court.
You've had a lot of games to watch.
I have never witnessed anything like that. And combined with Steph, they just are the perfect combination. They've now played together for enough years that they know everything about each other and every move they're going to make on the court, so they get better and better and better together. And it's the perfect combination of the dynamic point guard and maybe the best, spot-up shooter in the history of the game. So, you're right. I'm not anything but biased when talking about that.
So you take your backcourt duo and you add Kevin Durant, and a lot of people question, putting all these great pieces together, how would they fit? Was there any worry or concern on your end, maybe how would MVP and Durant fit with Steph and Klay?
So I think you know the story that after our group had left visiting Kevin, Steph Curry texted him and said, I want you to join our team, and I hope you win MVP, and if you do, I'm going to be sitting in the front row cheering for you when you do. And I think that's what had to happen, and that's who Steph Curry is. So I think it made for great fodder for you media types, but beyond that, I don't think anybody had a great concern that it would be a problem on the court.
Warriors fans are seen as some of the best in all the game. Oracle Arena, every home game, it's packed, it's sold out, it's crazy. Just what is it like being in that arena during a playoff run for the Golden State Warriors?
Yeah, it's magic, right? But that's that's our fan base, and that's what we always had even before the team was winning championships or competing for championships. So it's one of the most valuable aspects of our franchise that we never take for granted is those fans are nuts when it comes to their Warriors, and it's a big part of what we've tried to design into the new arena that we're opening next year. And we think we're going to be able to maintain that same home court advantage because of a lot of the things we've done architecturally in the new building.
We've touched on the 3 titles in 4 years. Obviously, a lot of success with this team as of late. But just what are your long-term goals for this team? Like, how does it get any better than this?
Well, committing 6 years ago to build over $1 billion facility in a city that has never had one, San Francisco, is a gigantic undertaking. But that absolutely is designed to be the foundation for success for the Warriors for the next 40 years, and that's what it is. So we didn't have that foundation in our existing arena going forward. Oracle's amazing, but it's the oldest arena in the NBA. It's older than Madison Square Garden. And if we were going to have the opportunity to compete financially, we had to have a new facility to be able to generate the kind of revenues that you need to field contending teams. And we'll have that now opening a year from right now.
Final thing here, just for any kid who maybe wants to be in your shoes one day, a president, a COO of an NBA team, which people think is so cool, just what kind of advice would you give them?
If you get a chance to be a ball boy, take the job.
Thank you, Rick. Congratulations. Pleasure. You look good in orange. Let's see how you did.
Jimmy, I had to at first I had to correct you.
No, it's good. That's good. That's good right there.
I had to correct you a little bit. Just move it. How you move ahead?
It's fine. We'll watch it later. I trust you.
Right.
Let me just say thank you to the PR guy.